new position. Mark Baker is now the truancy coordinator. He was at the center of 2 different scandals while he was athletic director. The first came when Baker told Dunbar players to purposely lose a football game. The OHSAA fined that school $10,000, put the district on probation for 3 years. Then the OHSAA kicked Dunbar out of last year's basketball season for ignoring suspension rules after this fight during a JV game.
If I did it, I'd probably be fired, but, it's all about the position. I guess when you hire up, you get a lot of chances in life. I guess when you at the bottom, you don't get no chance.
Superintendent Elizabeth Lally said Mr. Baker has done a good job in the truancy attendance department. His work with families and improving attendance has helped. 2018 was a record year for the amount of people visiting the state of Ohio, with a large portion of those people coming right here to Montgomery County. Many of the attractions, including museums and new exhibits opening this summer, are free, and this allows visitors to spend their money on food, shopping, and hotels. The Chief of Tourism in Ohio, Matthew McLaren, says nearly $2 billion came into the state from tourism last year alone.
It's new money coming into the economy. So it's visitors coming here, spending their dollars, it ends up in the pockets of locals, creating tax dollars and revenue.
Officials hope things like the Dayton Art Institute centennial events and the opening of the D-Day exhibit at the U.S. Air Force Museum brings in even more tourism this year.
5:16 now. 3 2019 graduates have received college scholarships from the Whirlpool Corporation and from One Energy Enterprises. This now is a picture of the winners: Lauren Napper of Xenia, Gregory Goubeau of Rushi, and Zachary Neiswanger of Troy. Each student received a $5,000 megawatt scholarship. The Whirlpool plant in Greenville has begun using 3 large wind turbines to offset 70% of the plant's electricity use. Whirlpool is using the same type of turbines at its facilities in Findlay, Marion, and Ottawa, Ohio. The 3 scholarships will continue every year that those turbines are in operation.
And this morning we are waking up again to rain across the Miami Valley. Some of you may have already heard some thunder as well. That's going to be the case here. The first half of Friday is when we are the most active. So we're going to have scattered showers and a few storms rolling through now through at least lunchtime. We really don't start to dry out until we head for lunch and that afternoon time frame. And then once we're in the evening hours for you, if you're making Friday night plans, at that point we're dry. We're just going to watch our clouds slowly decrease. Here's a live look outside. You can see the roads are wet in Troy, and that's going to be the theme, especially for those of you north of I-70, where we've had the most rain shower activity over the past couple of hours. We are pretty mild right now, 64 degrees. Temperatures will drop off a bit towards sunrise and then only climb back into the upper 60s today. So it's kind of going to feel like a cool afternoon as well. The big picture does show more scattered showers, especially up across the northwestern Miami Valley. You can see the yellows and oranges indicating some slightly heavier or steadier rainfall. That's going to keep moving right over kind of the same cities. So St. Henry as well as Salina and St. Mary's, we're going to continue to see that over the next hour or so. We'll zoom in a little bit closer here. You can see this cell, no thunder and lightning on it, but some heavy rainfall coming down in Covington. That's going to keep moving northeast as well. And looking at the big picture, you can see if you are along and south of I-70, like the Dayton area over towards Eaton or Xenia, we're pretty dry right now, but there are some more rain showers to our south. So that's going to be filling in. So everyone will end up seeing some rain this morning. The big picture, you can see a lot of moisture to our southwest. So until our boundary completely shifts east, we're going to keep feeding that moisture up into our area. That means your morning commute and lunchtime drive at least will be wet. Once we head towards that evening drive, a little closer to 6 o'clock or so, most of the area will dry out at that point. And Futurecast does show us that. You can see we're active throughout the entire morning commute. Here's 11 a.m. starting to see that heavy rainfall come to an end. You can see by 3 o'clock we are back to dry weather. And for the most part, we stay that way. Maybe a stray shower tries to sneak out again late afternoon, but I think the majority of the area gets better as the day goes on. 60 degrees in Troy, 62 in Xenia right now, and 60 degrees up in Salina. Our temperatures only reaching into the upper 60s today, so not a big warm up as we head throughout your afternoon. That means our after school temperatures are going to feel similar to how they do right now. 64 in Tip City. We'll hit 67 in Springfield. Dry weather tonight, cooler conditions moving in, 50 degrees only. And looking ahead to our Saturday, looking a little bit better for us, that most of the area stays dry in the morning, but once we start to turn the corner into the afternoon, especially the southeastern Miami Valley, south and east of the Dayton area, best chance you're going to see some scattered rain showers before this comes to an end pretty quickly as we head towards your Sunday. So the whole weekend's not a washout, but we are going to have some showers roll through Saturday. We bring you weather and traffic every 10 minutes. Let's check in with Sergeant Mark. Good morning, Sarge.
And good morning to you, Kirstie. Keeping an eye on freeway traffic. So far, things are moving pretty well. We're checking live pictures from the camera at Interstate 75. This camera's on the Miami-Montgomery County line between Tip City and Vandalia. It's actually about a 12-mile drive from this camera south to Route 35 in downtown Dayton. Right now, it looks like it's going to take 12 minutes according to the road sensors. I'm Sergeant Mark Bowen, WHIO Team Traffic.
Sergeant, thank you. 520, 64 degrees. I still don't understand how would the exact angle of that tire for it to just fling into my windshield.
The unexpected object that came crashing through his windshield.
High winds causing a bounce castle right here to flip while people were still inside. How bystanders rushed in to help and how badly one person was hurt.
Good morning.
Wake up every day
Police reported a chase
with the latest news from overnight
Here's where we stand this morning.
and what you need to begin your day.
Breaking at this hour.